Still didn't manage to get started on time. She's going to be so disappointed. Hey guys, welcome in. Check my show notes. I'll be back in 10 seconds. Here he goes. Chunky, what you doing? Okay. So I didn't get here on time at 2, and I didn't get here on time at 6. But we're going to try this for a while. Well, I appreciate you stopping by, Chunky. I'll Tomorrow I'll have paper. That might be more interesting for you. And then Sunday I'll have old stuff. Fishy. Bitchy, I took my turn at Evil Apples and that game is possessed. I take a turn and then it says it's waiting and waiting and waiting. And every time I look, it always says it's waiting for other players. All right. So the plan tonight is to pan shelves. But I'm only going to pan shelves if people want me to. I think Yorp was here. Um, I have no problem doing that, but I got to have at least Yorp or somebody say they want me to do that. Okay, we'll do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stick little post-it notes on them because I'm not. Uh, I don't have enough dexterity to hold the phone, pull the thing out of there, and stuff. So I'll go up and down. If there's something you want, tell me in the chat as soon as you can. I'll put a little thingy on it and then we'll run them somehow afterwards. If you pick a bunch and want to make a bundle, I don't care how we do it. I just want it to be as simple as possible. I don't mind giving bundle deals. Um, I mean, I'd rather you guys fight over them and bid them up to the point that I could retire after the show, but that's not going to happen. So, you got to eat, Ghost. Is it supper time? So that's what I'm going to do. I'll do the rock first, and then I'll do the pop. I also have a stack of Elvis, a stack of car demo tapes, a stack of a whole bunch of Christmas. I've got one small stack of jazz. I've got some R&B, gospel, soundtracks, comedy and parody albums and stuff like that, and a small stack of classical. Um, Supper Bishy, get it in your head. You got 2 months until it's supper time. They're look at you funny. You say dinner. So I'm going to do that. That's what we're doing. And I got it mostly cleared out. Fishy, you move down there, you're going to be saying supper and you're going to be eating picnics by the creek. And you're going to be wearing overalls. Yeah, but you're up there from that highfalutin New England. You're not up from the out in the sticks. Okay. Um, Anybody that just joined me, we're gonna pan. I'm gonna be quiet. Okay. I'm gonna pan so you guys can use your text to talk, and I'm not gonna talk because I don't have anything intelligent to say anyway. Well, these are 8 tracks, so a Walkman wouldn't help unless you've got one of those super micro portable 8 track players, and those are pretty scarce. All right. So I'm going to shut up. If there's something you want, I'll put a tag on it. I'm just waiting for the first person to say, I want BTO2, just because it's at the very bottom. Blondie and Neil Young. That Neil Young is a German import, I believe. That on Neil Young. That on Blondie, and hope they stick. Got Outlaws. Oh, you want the Blondie Auto American. You don't want the Eat to the Beat. Okay. Got the Cheap Trick. Santana and Buddy Miles. Got it goes. Oh, that's Cars Candio without the spine. Neil Young. Got the James Gang. It's like I've got Parkinson's disease or something. Holy hell. Can't hold it still. Too much caffeine. Yeah, deep purple. These were good, Bishy. Butterfly couldn't finish hers. Welcome in. We're taking requests. If you see something you want, tell me, and I'll pull them out and run them afterwards. No, I'm doing 8 tracks today, Barton. Check my auction for Friday. I might have some in there. Earth, Wind, and Fire. I don't see Earth, Wind, and Fire. Oh, gotcha. I get it. Okay, Ghost. That's Sammy Hagar, and that's an early canned heat. All right, there's one more stack of rock back in the corner, but I'll make sure we can get to those on Friday. After my cassette, after the pre-listed stuff, I'll scan these again because there's going to be a bunch more after the stuff I sort through tonight. So there's like 20 that you pick there. Is anybody interested in these all here are pop and light rock or soft rock, that type of thing. Fusion, some poppier, rockier folk. I don't want to. I mean, if there's people here that are interested in the stuff, I'll scan them. But otherwise, we'll just move on. Okay, I will do before I stop scanning. I've separated the ones that were laminated. If you guys have been to my shows, you know that some of the ones, some of them are laminated, and some of them they're in like immaculate condition. So I'm gonna scan down through these. There might be some rock in here. I didn't separate them by genres. Those are a mystery, I guess, because they're turned backwards on the boxes. All right, and then there's those stacks are R&B and soul. Those ones are all sealed. Those are gospel soundtracks in the corner. Then there's jazz and comedy and other stuff. All right, so give me a little bit to pull those off, and I'll stack them up here after I get them pulled down, and then we'll figure out how we want to do it. If you want to do a bundle, I'm fine. Ghost isn't here after you made those requests, so uh, I'll assume that everything that I'll have you guys pick which ones you want after I get them pulled down. And then we'll just leave Ghost for later. I'll do this on Friday as well. After we go through these, I'm going to sort like I have been doing in my other shows, unboxing them and running them, choice of 4 at a time. I've been lotting some of them up and putting lots on eBay. If I'm on eBay under the same user ID, and I know you're not supposed to be advertising your eBay sales on here, but if somebody is interested, and I'm not anywhere near the chat, so if you're saying stuff, I can't see you. But if you go on eBay and look at the lots I have, if there's something you want me to run and it doesn't have a bid, I can run the lot for the opening price on here for you. You just have to tell me what lot number it is. I can't show them. I'm not going to unbox them and unpackage them or anything, but I can run them based on the pictures that are on eBay for the starting price. but it's mostly country and easy listening and big band and that sort of stuff. I've been kind of keeping the pop and the rock out. And any of the rarities and jazz and that sort of stuff. One more. Okay. Yeah, I can do it right now. If you, I mean, it doesn't matter when we do it. Um, I saw requests from Yorp, Cold, Ghost, and somebody that I hadn't seen before. Um, whoever you are that you haven't seen before, you know who you are, I think. Who are you? Old School Funk? Are you still here, Old School Funk? Okay. I saw you picked a couple. You want to wait uh, while I scan those soundtracks and the comedy ones? Or do you want yours now? Mr. Bishy's here. Okay. I'll scan them. I'll go ahead and scan them now. I also have stacks of 4 tracks, but here, well, here's a couple. Here's couple small stacks of rock. Okay. Okay, these are comedy and like parody. Uh, okay. Stick a sticker on them. Welcome in. We're doing scans of the stacks that I've sorted so far, and then we're going to unbox some later. You see something you want, put it in the chat. Okay, let me see if I can pull the soundtracks a little bit closer. Or maybe turn them. Okay, these are all either soundtracks or cast recordings. Got grease. There's another grease, so I'll pull them both out and see which one's nicer. Okay. Stick this back here. It's not giveaway time. No giving yet. Oh, we got multiple greases. Okay, let's see which one's nicest. We'll say that one is the nicest right there. Okay, I think let me grab that Rolling Stone. The easiest way to do this, I think, is bundles, because I don't think everybody was fighting over them. I got to pay a processing fee every time I sell one of these things. So how about we do a bundles and figure out a price and that one's nicer of the Tattoo U. All right, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna flash them up one at a time, hopefully relatively quickly, and then you guys, I don't know, give me some emoji in the thing if it's yours, and I'll make piles. And then we'll just assume whatever butterfly. Then we'll just assume whatever's left is ghosts, because ghost is doing something else. So old school. I know you wanted grease, so we'll start your pile with grease. Yorp wanted Tattoo U, the stones, so we'll start Yorp's pile with that. I didn't know you could get red texted on the emojis, Mr. Bishy. All right, so here we go. Blondie, Auto American. Your only one is the Auto American. Okay, how about we just run it cold for that one? There, it's running. Don't be a dick and bid against him. if you just come in here. Thank you, Cold. Okay, so that Cold is out of the way. So we have Deep Purple, made in Europe. That's York. The next one is Cheap Trick Budokan. That's York's. Blondie Eat to the Beat. Outlaws. I think that was Ghost. It's going to Ghost pile. That was Ghost. The Buddy Miles, the Santana. The German import Neil Young, Time Fades Away. What's yours? Deep Purple Fireball. Thank you, York. Shades of Deep Purple. Alice Cooper, Muscle of Love. I'm glad you showed up, York. Steppenwolf Gold. Carole King Tapestry. Old School Shores. The Jeff Beck Group. That's Ghost. Earth, Wind, and Fire. I Am. I think that was Old School. Old School. Based on what you're picking here, you'd probably like the pop pile and the R&B pile. So that Pretenders. Ghost. You're gonna pass on the Pretenders. You're not gonna pass. It's a bundle deal. I report down. You're gonna get it whether you like it or not. James Gang. Who? Me or Yorp? Stick that in Ghost pile. Green River. That was your Rush. A Farewell to Kings. Stick it in Ghost pile. And Jethro Tull Aqualung. That's your. Okay. Let's see here. There it goes. How's $35 sound, Yorp? 12 of them. I'm making a buy now. So if anybody picks this and buys it, you're gonna get a whole bunch of Henry Mancini tapes, unless it's Yorp. All right, there you go, Yorp. Well, it was supposed to say Yorp. It says Toro. How about how about $11 or $10, old school? Thank you, Yorp. Uh, yeah, let me. Oops, wrong one. About $14 for the four of them. And this should get you guys pretty much free shipping for a while, I would think, if you find any of the ones if you're sticking around. Hopefully, don't have too much experience with what the shipping looks like in the media mail stuff. Okay, there you go, old school. It's pinned for you. And you got a crown. Thank you. All right, give me 1 second. I'm gonna move these to the other room, and we'll do ghosts when he comes back. Um, and I'm gonna start here in just a second. And if you haven't been here before, I stick four of them up here. We go one, two, three, or four and do choice. And there's going to be a lot of crap that nobody wants. But then occasionally there'll be something interesting pop up that you might want. Uh, so that's the deal with how I do that. If you haven't been here, yeah, my bin is there's 2,000 things in there. Almost all of them are sealed cassettes and 8 tracks. Feel free to make offers. And if you didn't notice, I put a bunch of 50% off coupons for Friday's sale. I will deactivate them and take the thumbnail down prior to the auction starting on Friday night. The bin is loaded on Friday with the same stuff. Uh, so I'm telling you that, so you're probably not going to want to buy anything here in the buy now if you're hearing this. If you can get it for 50% off with those coupons, but there's only like 10 coupons. If for some reason you use like all of them, message me if you want more, and I will gladly give you more. Because I'm trying to move as much stuff as I can, and a lot of that stuff in the bin is in quantity. But I will take it down before the sale, so you can't pre-bid on some tape, some cassette, and think you're going to get 50% off because I'm going to deactivate the coupon codes before the show starts. So, all right, I'm going to plug in and we're going to get started. I don't know how long I'll go tonight. I didn't intend to start that late, um, but I did. So we're just gonna do what I had been doing with these 8 tracks and unbox them, and we'll do it until Butterfly can't take any more of my absence, or I get tired of it, or everybody leaves, whatever. Together compilation, Electric Light Orchestra, Out of the Blue, Saturday Night Fever. And if you got a crown, make sure you check the rewards up there. I got tons of them. I got a lot more discounts in there than most of the other sellers. It's not just one time, you can use them over and over again. And there's Shana Na All Time Greatest Rock and Roll Hits. And we're just going to run these 15 seconds like so. And then I will sort them out between hand. And again, if you win, just tell me 1, 2, 3, or 4 is the simplest. Thank you, old school. Saturday Night Fever. All right, thank you. And then just give me a second between each one to sort them into my little piles. Uh, Circuit Breaker, K-Tel, Marion Lush, Memories of Poland. That is a sealed Hank Snow Spanish Fireball. And this is a sealed Joe Stampley, I'm Still Loving You. And that's running. And if you've never been here before, I do have real nice foam pads in the buy now. They're factory produced. It's not something I sit around with weather stripping and make like a lot of the sellers on eBay. Um, so if you're actually into listening to the 8 tracks and fixing them, you should try some of those pads. Feel free to make offers on a pack of them, try them out. Nobody wants that. Sealed classical crap. All right. Clarence Taylor sings Stevie Wonder. The Bee Gees main chorus bootleg. Simulated bootleg. Four Seasons bootleg. I'm sorting some of the bootlegs out before I put them up there because there's no chance that people will want them, but some of them I'll put up there that got the neat covers. And we have Johnny Cash, The Gospel Road. And those are. And Sha Na Rock and Roll Dance Party. The Beatles bootleg. Rock and Roll Music Volume 1 says it's simulated. but didn't listen to it. I don't know. A lot of those they just put they're simulated and it's really just recordings. And I know some people collect them. Jimmy Castor Bunch, Lester and Mac, Lester Flat, and Mac Wiseman. Those are running. Bishy, your game was fun the other night. I don't know if anybody else said they enjoyed that or not, but that was that was a fun game, I thought. Even though I sucked and didn't know any of the characters. You had quite a few people there. I think everybody enjoyed themselves. Obviously, I didn't tell you how wonderful it was until I'm here talking. Beatles Rock and Roll Music Volume 2. It's one of those, says it's simulated. Who knows? There's another Beatles bootleg. This is Love Songs Part 2. Vishy, I had several of them, and I just didn't get them in time. I'm not very good at the that's the platters, and that's the songs of the Emerald Isle. Pretty much said anyway. Uh, I'm not very good at the text to talk or typing, and Whatnot's app sucks. You start typing and then the thing disappears, and then you hit the submit button or the arrow button to submit it, and it doesn't like to submit it every time. Butterfly got a couple of them too. Or she got several of them before she could get it out, and she was getting upset. She was yelling at her phone. Johnny Cash, the rough cut king of country music, Crystal Gale, the incomparable Brooke Benton, and Tennessee Ernie Ford hymns. Those are running. Hey, Beck, how are you tonight? Thank you, Beck. Which one would you like back? I had Bullwinkle. I had it all typed out, and I don't know if it ever went through, but I was trying to get it to go through, and I didn't know Dino. Did back pick? Back did not pick. Think he wants the Tennessee Ernie Ford hymns. I'm not sure. He buys different things. I can't fit all these in an envelope. Um, let me grab a bag or something. Uh, Give me a second. Let me go grab my bags. I don't want. They probably did. We'll just stick them all in there, and he can tell me later. And really, in all honesty, I mean, if you guys are buying a ton of these and wanted a ton of them, I can let you have all four if you're just wanting to buy all four and you're just buying them one after the other. Uh, but I can't do it here and there because the shipping will be way off, and I don't want to use up shipping adjustments. Okay, the Forester Sisters perfume ribbons and pearls. That's from 1986, a record club one. I know it's the Forester Sisters, but that's a super late one. Oh, there you are. Okay, thank you. I'll get that one. Lawrence Welk polkas, Merle Haggard serving 100 proof, and Crystal Gale Crystal. I really had no idea, but did Minnie Bish enjoy herself playing that game? Lawrence Welk, that's entertainment. Anne Murray, greatest hits. Uh, Disco Gold, Volume 2. And Sesame Street with the original cast. That's right. Did you get a nasty gram from Whatnot telling you that you had used up to, or you had too many tips again? Beer Barrel Polka Party, Frank Sinatra My Way, Dean Martin, You're Nobody Till Somebody Loves You, and what's that? Frank Sinatra, Some Nice Things I've Missed. So those are running. Welcome in. We're doing 8 tracks. World of Eddie Arnold, Waylon Jennings and Jesse Coulter, Lynn Anderson, Say You'll Stay Till I Get There, and Asleep at the Wheel, The Wheel. That's a pretty scarce one if you're into old country. Larry Gatlin, Not Guilty, 16 Singing Men, Most Requested Songs, and Christmas with the Chipmunks Volume 2, and British Gold. And we got Tender Moments, the New World Orchestra, still sealed. Billy Crash Craddock live. Crystal Gale, Somebody Loves You. And self-titled Platters. Yeah, those are running. Did anybody buy your furniture yet, Bishy? Sound effects in stereo. Take my strong hand. What is there? Is there an angry story? Well, congratulations, Butterfly. Glad to hear that. Did you win something spectacular? So sound effects, Charlie Rich, Rolling with the Flow is sealed. Bunny Berrigan and his orchestra, that is sealed. And Rita Moreno, Sultry, that is sealed. And that is running. You won 800 water. Good job, Butterfly. Bishy, you need to get on the Timu train. You need to start picking up all those good deals and sending your dad to China. Dance Little Bird, Bob Kames, sealed. On stage with Charlie Barnett, sealed. Another Bunny Berrigan, 1936, sealed. And All Ears, a CB compilation, country music, that is sealed. And that is running. But you're saving money because you're buying it from Timu. And you listen to your fellow crafters on here, you can buy fake knockoff Timmy stuff for next to nothing. Magic, nobody wants magic working Penny Arcade. All right, that was one box. Now we're going on to another box. So you won 2 rolling carts and water. There's a nicer version of Chipmunks Volume 2. I just set it off to the side, but Eddie Rabbit, Love Line, Frank Sinatra, A Discographer's Dream, Frank Sinatra, whatever that is. Nevertheless, I'm in love with you. And Frank Sinatra, The Future. So that's part 3 of that one. And that is running. What? I'm ignoring you? I'm not ignoring you. I asked you if you want a rolling cart and water. I didn't see any. Oh, Timu was you were also talking up the benefits of Timu. Is that what you're saying? I don't know. Oh, Bishy was selling 2 rolling carts. I stopped reading after there was a list there. Now I got to scroll back. Yeah, I stopped at the entertainment center and skipped through to the end where it said they were picking them up. And I felt for her because You know how it is with the supposed to be picking stuff up from Facebook Marketplace. Bishy belly button. Look at that one. Sweethearts of Country Music. Light My Fire. Pat Benatar, In the Heat of the Night. And another Frank Sinatra, that's Round One. And that's running. No, I'm getting in trouble because I wasn't reading Bishy's entire post. And I read it all, I skimmed it. But Butterfly has a rolling cart collection. She wishes you were closer, I'm sure, so that she could add to her collection and help you get rid of stuff. And if you think I'm being facetious about having a rolling cart collection, I am not. She has many rolling carts. She loves them. She paints them pretty colors and puts plants on them. The Best of Bread, No Nukes compilation, Sinatra's Swingin' Affair, and International Folk Dance Mixer. Ghost, I think I have 5 tapes over there. That we all decided were the ones you wanted. Thank you, back. Take some more nukes. Is 15 okay for the 5 tapes, Ghost? Okay, well, since you're here, I'll go ahead and make your thing. So give me a second. Um, I just made everybody a buy now. So there, I pinned that, and hopefully they're the tapes you requested. And I put them in the other room, but they thought those were the ones you wanted. Feel free to use it, guys. Gary used it the one cassette show. Thank you, Ghost. I couldn't figure out after my one cassette show. The my sales were $99.99. Burt Reynolds asked me what I am. Glenn Campbell, I'll paint you a song. Johnny Cash at San Quentin. That's perfectly fine. And Gene Autry, Christmas Time. So there's run it. Did you miss it, Ghost? I said on Friday Um, on my Friday show, I've got 50% off coupons that are running on there now. If you want to buy stuff at 50% off from the store, but I will deactivate them before the show starts. And I probably won't list anything else in that auction. It's just going to be what's in there now. There's like 50 cassettes. I might add some to the buy now because I've got to do a ephemera show tomorrow that I'm not ready for. Nobody wants a simulated Four Seasons. The band, Stage Fright. It's kind of an odd bootleg of the Allman Brothers. Marilyn Horne's Greatest Hits. And Snowbird, Jimmy Lloyd. I'm working on it, Ghost. Um, are you still playing Evil Apples? I think I'll send a chat a message later. Tonight if I remember. So if you're still playing, check the chat on there later. The best Roy Clark. John and Diane Windle, my God, is so big. uh, Bishy, you got to convince her to play. Glenn Campbell Houston and Heritage 2, Jesus is still the answer. You know how you can offer her water? You can go and download Timu when she sends you the request and then respond to all the other requests that she makes, or just let her make the request every day so she gets more water. Bishy, I think we're running out of room for cards though. She loves them though. Frank Sinatra, Only the Lonely. Frank Sinatra, the original Frank Sinatra. Ray Price, You Wouldn't Know Love. And Disco Hits by the Disco Band. Last fall, not last fall, the fall before, when I put them away, I think I stacked them 3 high. I put a layer of them, put pieces of plywood down, put more on top of that, and yeah. They do work very nice though. They're just butterfly size. They're the right size to stick her little planters on. She doesn't have to bend over. Hey, if I won the lottery, I'd buy her a greenhouse the size of an airplane hangar and 2,000 rolling carts to put in it, and get a couple illegal aliens to help remove dirt. But there is a limit to the space. Alabama Mountain Music, Joy to the World. That's Juan Ditmar's organ and chimes. Jesse Coulter, I'm, and Styx Cornerstone. And that's running. Bishy, I don't think you're comprehending the volume of that she has. I think she probably has at least 50 of them. I think it's to the point now where we need to look for ones that she likes better than the ones she has, more than just getting more. Patsy Cline, In Care of the Blues. Dionne Warwick, Greatest Motion Picture Hits. Johnny Cash and Jerry Lee Lewis sing Hank Williams. And Tennessee Ernie Ford with another religious suggestive title, He Touched Me. Welcome in. We're doing Choice of 8 tracks. I'm kind of unboxing and doing choice. And all right, here's more of these. Here's some more of these bootlegs or simulated ones. They are what they are. Beach Boys, 15 Big Ones. Bachman Turner Overdrive Drive Best of. The Beatles at the Hollywood Bowl. And Foghat. Oh, have fun with that, Bishy. Don't let them talk you down. It doesn't matter what it is. It's Facebook Marketplace. You could have it on there for free, and they'd ask if you give them some money for gas for hauling it away for you. Johnny Cash, Man in Black. Dave and Sugar, Tear Time. Roy Clark in Concert. And Supertramp, Breakfast in America. Thank you, Ghost. Which one would you like? It's Johnny Cash. Ray Price's Greatest Hits, Volume 2. This is Frank Sinatra, The Past, so that's tape 1 of that trilogy set. Freddie Fender, Your Cheating Heart. And Molly Hatchet, self-titled. And those are running. Thank you, Old School. Which one would you like? Takes the Freddie Fender. Got Johnny Cash at Folsom Prison. Johnny Paycheck, take this job and shove it. Everybody wants a polka party. Bobby Bear singing in the kitchen. And Glenn Campbell, Rhinestone Cowboy. And those are rough. Three Dog Night, American Pastime. Fresh Start, What America Needs. Don't know what that is. A 2XL tape, Superheroes and Comic Books Cavalcade. That's for the 2XL robot. And the Best of Wilson Pickett. And those are running. Bishy, is Sherry still not doing a show tomorrow? Two, what's that? Sunday? What time is it scheduled for? Is it early enough I can raid into her? Probably not if I have a hissy fit and stop selling half an hour in. What time's it scheduled for? 8:15. That would be like what is that? 10-hour long show for me. I don't think I can get 10 hours worth of stuff ready. I could just transition into sorting 8-tracks, and then we could raid her with like 6 people. We got Willie Nelson sings for Chris Christopherson, Guy Lombardo, Sweet and Heavenly. Brad Swanson, Christmas Favorites. And C.W. McCall, Wolf Creek Pass. Those are running. Oops, now they're running. Merle Haggard and the Strangers keep moving on. Merle Haggard's Christmas Present. And your Rabbit Horizon. And an Oldsmobile car demo tape from 1975. No, I don't. If you won't, it won't combine tonight's into Friday's show, but like if you buy stuff in that show, it'll it'll keep it in that show, or it should. And I'm not gonna ship anything from that show until after the show. Like, even if somebody buys something right now in that show, I'm not gonna ship it tomorrow. Elvis Presley today, bootleg. Artie Shaw, The Golden Age of the Great Bands. Glenn Miller, Collector's Choice. And Magnavox presents a reprise of great hits. And those are running. Basteeks, thank you for the raid. Were you selling paper tonight? All photos. Oh yeah. Snapshots or all sorts of them, or old ones or what? Everybody follow give Basteeks a follow. I don't have any giveaways loaded for I keep forgetting to do that for raids. So what I'll do is everybody give Basteeks a follow, and I will start the next, we'll say five auctions at $1. We'll do that. And I'm gonna end up clicking out of it. So let me. So these are going to be starting at $1. It's running. Frank Sinatra, Danny Davis, Roy Clark, and Johnny Cash. Let me see if I can find any in these boxes. A few tin tights. Thank you, Ghost. Give Basteeks a follow. Bookmark some of his shows. I'm not even going to try to click into his and see if see what his other shows are. Every time I do that, I end up getting dropped and I'm out in some nether world. Liza Minnelli, Neil Diamond, You Don't Bring Me Flowers, Frank Sinatra, Come Fly With Me, and Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band soundtrack. And we'll start this one at $1. And that is running. So I'm doing 5 in a row, thanks to Basteeks for the raid. Starting 5 in a row at $1. That is number 2. What did Toothpaste King say? Oh, yeah, I didn't even notice he said anything because I don't follow the chat very well. Any look here look like there's so this will be the third one for $1 because of Basteek's raid. We got Lou Rawls close up, Leo Sayer here. ATA Foundation and the White Motor Corporation, produced by the Truck Group. That's probably a ridiculously rare car demo tape. If any of the few people that are in here are into those. And Guy Lombardo, Deck the Halls, and starting at $1. Ghost, if you pick if you don't pick Vish's answer, she gets upset. Oh, there's a yeah, it's kind of rough. So that was 3. He's saying nobody cared about these. We'll do 2 more at $1. And there's a pretty rough label on the Led Zeppelin. The song remains the same. Billy Cobham, Crosswinds, Mario Lanza Christmas, and an Elvis Christmas album. So that one is starting at $1, and it's running. Thank you, Ghost. Yeah. And we have This Is the Moody Blues, Billy Crash Craddock, self-titled, Liberace Sends You Love, and Hank Williams Jr. Rowdy. And this will be the last one we'll do. We did 5 in a row of Buck starts. Thanks again to Bass Teeks for that raid. I need to start remembering to load some giveaways for when raid people come in. After trying to load them yesterday, 2 days ago, didn't want to try on the fly. I was struggling pretty bad. Just get those fancy drawer units, Ghost, and she won't know what's in them. Honey, Andy Williams, Gordon Lightfoot, Gord's Gold, Sonny James, The Biggest Hits, and Minnie Riperton, however you pronounce that, Minnie. I wanted to find one of my shows that when I'm selling something that she likes, have some revenge purposes or revenge purchases. Who's in here before I start talking about somebody? Oh no. I don't think Bishy come back yet. Glenn Campbell, Southern Nights. Ray Conniff plays the Bee Gees. Fiddlers on the Roof. And The Best of Dean Martin, Volume 2. Weltschlager, Peter Alexander, some sort of German tape. Steve Martin, Comedy Is Not Pretty, and Pat Boone's Greatest Hits, and Peter Pan, Alice in Wonderland, Johnny Appleseed, Pecos Bill, Walt Disney. I don't know, some sort of Walt Disney tape. And those are running. There's Bishy. Bishy, one of my frequent big purchasers was having a show this morning, and she keeps saying that she spent her allotment for the month already. She's been saying that for a week, but it's like the end of the month. So I'm gonna have to uh tag her on Sunday, which is the first, right? Now the first or the second, yeah, the second is Sunday. I'll have to be tagging her all day long. Every time I see something that I think she might be interested in. I have some photo albums for tomorrow that she probably won't want to buy. Yes. Charlie Pride Burgers and Fries, Kenny Rogers Christmas, From the Wrists Down, Buddy Greco, and Frank Sinatra. Which one is that? That's the present. So that's the second tape of that trilogy. I told her to increase her budget, or her allowance, or allotment, or whatever she calls it. I don't know, Bishy. She might be homeless. She might she might be getting her packages delivered to a post office box, and she might be sleeping out back. I don't judge people, and I don't know, but I figured she probably is. Oh, my jazz bus way over there. Let me stick it in that one. Harry Como, Christmas. Percy Faith, Jealousy. Crystal Gale, I cried the blue right out of my eyes. And I'm gonna just assume no one wants Lawrence Welk or Floyd Kramer. There's a Liz Anderson in the original box, an early one. This you should have a YouTube event when you move. You should like stream the whole thing and advertise it ahead of time and make it like a reality show. You and Mr. Bishy on the road. Be like American Pickers, only with the Bishes. Unfiltered, uncensored, completely live. Lawrence Welk, the Christmas song. Hello Dolly, soundtrack or cast recording. The soundtrack. Feelings, Morris Albert. I Left My Heart in San Francisco, Tony Bennett. You're gonna put your Venmo on your car What's your Venmo? Your doohickey, your QR code? Uh, I've had this website that I have right now for over 3 years, and I have never had one single person pay with Venmo. Not a single person. The the I don't think the older generations have picked up Venmo yet. All right. Nobody wants the Frank Sinatra trilogy sets. We won't throw any more of those up there. There's a Burns and Allen original radio broadcast. Frank Sinatra Greatest Hits Volume 2. A Vera Lynn concert. And George Jones, The Best of the Country. And that's running. I don't know who I was listening to earlier. Said that somebody said Cracker Jack in the text in the chat, and it got muted. I'll put this up there. If anybody's into Sinatra, you got all 3 tapes from that trilogy. If you want them, you can have them for your choice. Uh, you can have all 3 of them together. Johnny Mathis, You've Got a Friend. Nobody wants Guy Lombardo. Doc Severinsen, Rhapsody, and Now. And Roger Whittaker, The Last Farewell. And that is running. And there's all 3 tapes from the Sinatra trilogy if you want all 3 of those for one price. Or you can you mean to add them to your pile? Send you an 8-track player with your pile, and then she'd have something to play it on, and one more thing to move. I'll have to show you my 8-track player I got here at some point, but that we had made with a clear case. It's pretty neat. Lucy Dalton, 16th Avenue, Styx, Cornerstone, Marty Robbins, Gunfighter ballads and trail songs, plus My Woman, My Woman, My Wife, all on one album, and Tony Bennett's all-time greatest hits. And that's running. Do you know what's wrong with it, Ghost? Does it do anything when you play it? When you stick a tape in it? Tony Orlando and Dawn, greatest hits. Lou Rawls, unmistakably Lou. So many things that go wrong with them. Alcaola soft guitars and the Fifth Dimension greatest hits. Those are okay. We got a Ford car demo tape from '78. Lou Rawls, All Things in Time. The Commodores, Midnight Magic. And the Merck Family, Singing to the World. And that is running. Got Carl Story, Jim and Jesse McReynolds. What do you want to Greg? The Drifters, Golden Hits. Melissa Manchester, Don't Cry Out Loud. And Tom Jones, Say You'll Stay Until Tomorrow. And those are running. Helen Reddy, Music. Soundtrack to Dr. Zhivago, The Best of the Kingston Trio. And we have the Concertgebouw Orchestra, Tchaikovsky Symphony Number 6. That is right. Yeah, Around the World with Ferrante and Tieker. Roberta Flack, Feel Like Making Love, in the original sleeve. Boston Pops, A Christmas Festival. And here's Liberace. Fleetwood Mac, Mirage, Frank Sinatra, The Night We Call It a Day, Jim Croce, Photographs in Memory, his greatest hits, and Simon and Garfunkel, Bridge Over Troubled Water. And those are right. Sesame Street Fever, the original cast. Chuck Berry, the London Chuck Berry Sessions. Dean Martin, You Were Made for Love, in the original box. And Jim Neighbors, this It's My Life. And those are right. Yeah. Elvis Volume 1. Isaac Hayes live at the Sahara Tahoe. Oh, well, Metal, we're doing okay. We're trying to sell 8 tracks. What'd you get an oops for, Bishy? That's Woodstock Tape 2, Part 2. And Christmas with the Merck Family. And that is running. Some 8 tracks or some cassettes, Metal? 8 tracks. What are you into? Pop or rock? Big band? Easy listening? Polkas? I assume you're into metal, but I haven't found too much that I'd consider metal. Another Walt Disney tape. Another Walt Disney tape. Man of La Mancha soundtrack and Bobby Vinton Serenades of Love. And that is running. Well, I mean, if you happen to be here, I can start you a pile. And at the beginning of the show today, I panned around and gave some bundle deals to people. And after my show on Friday, after my cassette show, I'm going to come over and pan around again and do that. But yeah, I mean, I've got when I said I had hundreds of thousands of tapes, I mean, I'm not exaggerating. Um, if there's stuff you see when you happen to be in here, um, tell me to make you a pile, and I will add it to your pile, and I'll keep you a little pile somewhere off in a corner. Um, Doors 13, a little bit rough on the label, but Polish Christmas carols, Andre Kostelanetz, today's golden hits, and Johnny Cash at Folsom Prison. And that is running. You gotta love when you find a pew down in the top of an eight track. Thanks, Ghost. You want the at Folsom Prison? Uh, we had one of those earlier. Let me check and make sure. Now that one's better. Do you need it at Folsom or at San Quentin too? Well, you're getting it, whether you need it or not. I don't know. The one up there on the board was Folsom, but I threw a San Quentin in there for you too. So if you already have it, you can donate it. Just don't throw it in the landfill. Bitch, you will flip a table. Sonny James, A World of Our Own. Sonny James, the country male artist of the decade. Sammy Smith, New Windfalls, All Quadrants. And these used to belong to Chester Shippey from Little Compton, Rhode Island. There you go. Kristen in Ohio keeps saying they're gonna find out something to do with them, and I keep hoping they do. And I hope I ever run on people wanting cartridges to craft with. Make some bulk deals. I've been trying to separate out the Reader's Digest tapes when I see them, because I know no one is going to want them uh, when there's only about an average of 150 people that stop by these shows when I have them. The problem with those is to craft with them, they're harder. They're some of the harder tapes to get open, and they're all white. Okay, we have Charlie Pride, Roll On Mississippi. You need some practice tapes. I'm gonna you're gonna start trying to fix them. I'll stick that bag in there to remind me. I'll throw you in some pads and try to find an assortment of tapes to practice on. Some of them are real easy. You have pads? Another Disney kids one. The Best of Peter, Paul, and Mary. And Sarah Vaughan. You bought them for me a while back. Oh, yeah. That's pretty nice. Thanks. Lots and lots of effort and time went into making those. more than you would think. That was my one and only foray into American manufacturing. Not a particularly fun process. Willie Nelson, Tougher Than Leather, Grease soundtrack, Bootlegs, Gerardo. Thank you for the purchase, old school. Uh, Gerardo or Gerardo Reyes Verdade. I don't know, some Mexican Spanish language thing. And Chicago at Carnegie Hall, volumes 1 and 2. Yeah, those are running. And there's another Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band soundtrack. Johnny Cash, Original Golden Hits, Volume 1. Christmas, the Season of Magic. And Harry Simeone, Little Drummer Boy. Those are running. Yeah, guys. The one company we went through to try to make those pads, they didn't do a real good job, and we ended up having tens of thousands of them that were subpar and defective. We had to find a different factory to make them. Christmas with Glenn Campbell, Grand Ole Opry, David Rose, The Little Drummer Boy, and Jimmy Dean's Christmas Card. And those are running. Welcome in. If you just joined, we're doing Choice of 8 tracks. I'm kind of unboxing and sorting. Crystal Gale, We Must Believe in Music. I Fall to Pieces compilation. Wet Willie, Keep on Smiling bootleg. And the Nat King Cole Christmas song. Those are running. Yay, Vintage is live. Country Christmas, Country and Western Festival, Cowboy Copas, and others. Merle Haggard's Christmas Present, and K-Tel Dynamite, as seen on TV. And we got the greatest hits of Christmas, the Philadelphia Orchestra, the Perry Como Christmas album, Magic of Christmas Volume 1, and the Magic of Christmas Volume 2. If you want those, you can have both of them. And the Statler Brothers, Harold, Lou, Phil, and Dawn. And there's the right. I know you're married, but I love you still. Reno and Smiley. Thanks for the follow, old school. Hank Thompson, Simple Simon, Simple Heart. Jane Morgan, Traces of Love. And Burl Ives, The 12 Days of Christmas. And that is right. Shotgun, self-titled. Jerry Vale, Christmas Greetings. Engelbert Humperdinck, A Merry Christmas with Engelbert Humperdinck. And Johnny Rodriguez, Reflecting. Lots of Christmas tonight. Elvis, Welcome to My World. This is Chet Atkins. And this is Old Waylon. That one used to belong to Cindy. And Ray Price, I won't mention it again. A Christmas salute to Ken Griffin, Simon. The Best for the Best for Merle Haggard, Billy Joe Spears, the Billy Joe Spears album, and Pledging My Love, Kitty Wells. And those are right. And we got Wanda Robinson, Black Ivory. Gilbert O'Sullivan, I'm a writer, not a fighter. I was factory inspected 40 years ago. A Christmas festival. And Mantovani's all-time Christmas favorites. And those are right. We want that Christmas for sure. Cat Stevens, Teaser and the Fire Cat. Ohio Players, Contradiction. I don't know. I was thinking of wrapping it up here before too long, Ghost. Butterfly, are you still listening? Are you ready for supper, Butterfly? Merle Haggard at Strangers. Yeah, I'm probably gonna before too long here. You ready for supper, Butterfly? Those are running. You don't know. All right. Well, nobody's buying anything anyway. Let's do a few giveaways. And call it a night, and we'll find somebody to raid. And I'll be selling I didn't hit my quota today, that's for sure. But I did got a late start. And but I'm ready to go here. I got this giant stack of stuff here beside me. I probably won't be selling these tomorrow because I'm doing ephemera tomorrow night, and I got to get ready for that. So, but Saturday I'll probably do some at some point. Friday I will pan the stacks of rock and pop after I sell cassettes, and I'm only going to do the pre-listed stuff. I'll do at least a couple giveaways here. So getting a giveaway if you bought stuff. Can't even pick out anything good from the giveaways because it's just all mixed a bunch of stuff. I don't know. My alerts told me that Yay was selling paper. Would you rather go listen to Yay? Well, still here. According to my thingamabobber, it's just me, you, Ghost, and Butterfly. I don't know. I don't care. We'll go see what Ye is selling. I'm gonna pull this. If you see something there you want, or something somewhere you want, or if you want something that I can grab, tell me. That'll be the prize. Or I can send you pads or something too. If you want to try the pads. Congratulations, Ghost. You win. Practice tapes. Okay. All right. I'll do one more giveaway, and it's gonna be a surprise unless there's something that somebody wants in there. And then we'll rate out with the few of us that are here. We'll go see what Yay is selling. Uh, if you're not into people hard selling vintage stuff, uh, Yay's pretty. She's pretty. She's pretty easy to listen to. Um, like I said, tomorrow night I am doing Ephemera. Then Friday night I have a pre-listed cassette show. And after I do the pre-bids and the requests from the cassettes, I'll come over in this room and I'll have it um, sorted out, and I'll pan the stacks and take requests and make bundles or something. Yes, and there's coupons for Friday's show. Uh, all you can get. There's over 2,000 things in the buy now. They're all sealed cassettes, records, CDs, and 8 tracks. Uh, Everything's 50% off if you use the coupons in the show notes, but those coupons end before the show. Um, so it's just for buy now. But if you buy stuff before the show, it'll combine it with anything you might want to buy from or during the show. So I'm gonna pull this winner, and if you win, Cold, if there's something in that stack you want, let me know, and we'll send it to you. And you guys that bought bundles, you'll get all those, get everything out in the mail tomorrow. Cole's gonna take some pads. Okay, sounds good. Thank you guys for coming. Let's go see what Ye's selling. If you guys haven't checked her out, give her a follow. She's a nice seller. Sells a lot of old stuff. I don't think she sells music, but I saw she was live, and she's rated me several times. So let's go see what she's selling. Thanks, guys. Have a good